Courtney Cunningham, senior, GPA of 3.9, and I play forward, midfield, soccer, field hockey, and track, and I have a 3.9 GPA. And I'm not sure what school I want to play at yet, but I'm looking for soccer.
Jake Busker, class 2015, Whitehall High School. I play football. I'm a fullback and a running back. We had a good year this year. We were 10-2. And I also play basketball. I was a forward. I didn't start, but I saw a lot of minutes. I currently have one offer from Lehigh University to play football, linebacker, and I talk to also a lot of other Patriot League and Ivy League schools.
Well, as far as you being recruited now, is it as a running back, or could you be on the other side of the ball possibly?
It's mainly a linebacker.
A linebacker,
Yeah,
okay.
inside / outside linebacker, depending on what type of defense they run.
Is that what you think you're going to see the most interest in you as a backer?
Yeah, that's all the schools that have come through mainly talk about me being linebacker.
All right, okay. What's the next up on the horizon for over at Whitehall? Do you have any passing camps coming up, or any personal camps you're going to?
Oh, well, I was at Lafayette last Sunday, and I have Colgate this Sunday, and then I have a bunch of other camps. I'm going to Villanova, Cornell, William and Mary, Penn, a bunch of schools.
Oh, okay.
And well, we actually do we do the passing camp at Rutgers.
Oh,
so
all right.
we got 8th place last year out of maybe close to 100 teams, or a lot of teams there. And then Lehigh, the Lehigh passing camp, we won that last year.
All right. Yeah, Rutgers, I heard, runs a very good passing camp. And do you feel you're taking away something from every camp you go on your own, or what are you looking to improve this year in your game, like through going to a camp? I mean, is there anything to refine your game a little more, or?
Just more confidence in myself. Last year was my first year playing inside linebacker, so I want to get better with my reads, taking on blocks with my hands, stuff like that.
Okay, sounds good. How important is the weight tradition at Whitehall, weightlifting tradition?
Weightlifting, it's pretty big. We're there 4 times a week. Over the summer, we're in there 8 o'clock in the morning, 8:45. We don't leave till Sundays 12.
Okay.
We got speed camp and all kinds of stuff.
All right, seems good. I think that's good. Well, good luck to you this year, and we'll be talking to more Zephyrs soon.
Thank you.
All right.
I'm Shiloh Zai. I go to Catasauqua High School. I play field hockey, basketball, softball, and I'm also a cheerleader. In field hockey this year, we made it to district finals. Some playoffs. In basketball, we're progressing because we have a new coach, but it's getting better. And in softball, we made it to Colonial League semifinals and district finals. So it's been a good year so far. We're hoping to improve next year also. Cheerleading this year has been fun also because our team this year was really, really good. And Being in a small school really helps you get involved in more sports and activities, so it's fun.
Say your name one more time.
Joe Henrik.
Okay, Joe. And that's for Bethlehem Catholic football team. What how workouts been going and stuff, or what do you see? I know you a lot of talent coming back from what I as a fan recognize.
Yeah, we've got a good core group of kids coming back. We only lost 7 seniors from last year. All of our skill guys are back. We just have to replace a few linemen and then some safeties on the defensive side. Things are going well. I think our kids are confident. Last year at this time, I think we had gotten bigger, we had gotten stronger, we had gotten faster, but they weren't really totally sure where they stood yet.
Right.
I think going through last season has given our kids a confidence. They understand what competition is like. They understand how to win more now. So you can tell, like, we went out for a few days of spring ball practice, and you can tell that there's a certain level of energy there, of expectation, and it's a little bit crisper, it's a little bit cleaner, a little bit faster than where we were at before.
What do you think? Do you think you're going to be like a multi-type offense attack that you can throw at people, or?
Yeah, we're going to be the same as we were last year.
Okay.
We're a multiple pistol spread, type formation team. We don't change a whole lot. It's kind of been our thing from the day we got there, is we really wanted to develop a system and stay with a system.
Okay. As far as I know, one of your guys, Freddie Simmons, is being looked at. Do you have any other guys, D1,
We do. We have a few guys, actually. Freddie, has received about 10 offers or so. We had a guy, actually, Dante Leonardo was offered by Lafayette, and today was offered by Army.
Okay.
We have a couple of guys in Kyle Benbrook and Colby Fasu-Mali who are really looking at the Ivy Patriot League schools. A few of those guys interested. Our linebacker, Will Ward, and Mike McDaniel, our running back, are all being looked at by some 1AA types.
Okay.
And then we actually have a couple of kids, 3 kids in our junior class that are also right now getting some D1, interest and hitting some camps.
Good. How many of your guys, this is a thing, this is our 6th year of Lehigh Valley Sports Hall of Fame, and the last 3 we've been honoring multi-sport athletes. How many of those guys, that we just think it's great to recognize a kid that can put it together, play 2 or more sports, keep his grades up and everything else. Do you have any other
We have a lot of multiple sport athletes. Yeah. Mike Italiani, who was another one I failed to mention, he's getting looked at by some 1AA Division 2 type schools. But we have let me think now. I'm sorry. I forgot the first question because I said about Mike. What was the question?
Multi-sport athletes.
Multi-sport. Yeah, Mike Italiani, Dante Leonardo were both basketball players who actually just this year concentrated on football.
Okay.
Ryan Johnson was a wrestler who just going into his senior year is now concentrating on football.
Okay.
But we have Freddie Simmons, who does 3 sports, EJ Finnernan, who does 3 sports, Antoine Keenan, who does 3 sports, Julian Spigner, who does 2 sports. We've got a bunch of other guys that are in track and football. We have every sports season, we've got probably 30% of our team that is in another sport.
That's great, yeah. And if you don't mind, before we leave today, we want to get kids recognized from Bethlehem Catholic. It's just starting to come in now. We have a watch list for multi-sport athletes that would be recognized next year at our banquet on May 9th. And we do that in conjunction with inducting people into the Lehigh Valley Sports Hall of Fame.
Okay.
And we just put Joe Wolf in and Mike Lush for
awesome.
football lately. So
Yeah.
That's our thing, recognizing the past while promoting youth growth. So before you leave tonight, if I can get a list of some of the names, and
Sure.
Coach, whatever you think, if you think it'd be fine if we could come out to a practice or something, let us know.
Yeah, anytime.
All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah, great.
And just see me before you leave.
Great, thank you.
All yours.
All right.
This Joe Zemba here with Lou Chazar of Liberty. He's a rising senior. He's up for our Lehigh Valley Sports Hall of Fame Big School Multi-Sport Athlete of the Year. And we're here just to talk with a few words with him. He is an early commit to Villanova, and that's one of the first questions I want to ask you, Lou, is what made you commit early? Or did you just want to get through this before the season to concentrate on your season, or do you have a special reason why?
Well, I mean, going down there, I visited 4 or 5 times during the season. Played basketball, went down for a couple basketball games. Loved the coaches down there. They treated me like family. So, I mean, it felt right. And it's a relief to kind of commit. And then the rest of the senior year is just going to be having fun.
Right. That's what I thought was one of the things. Can you tell younger athletes how to prepare for the recruitment process? What do you think worked best for you?
That's a hard question to answer because it's very stressful going through it. It's a big game. College coaches will play with you.
Right.
But just keep your head high and just keep pushing. And if you work hard enough, keep your grades up, it'll all play out the way it's supposed to. So.
Okay. Have you ever found that, like you're saying, I'm aware of it a little bit with the games that coaches can play, but do any of them, not saying Villanova, but any of them that recruited you, have any of them tried to play off on that? Well, hey, if you recruit now with us, you're in better shape. Can you just talk of some of the pitfalls you know are out there or what you heard?
To come to camp because we really like you and really want to see you. I heard that multiple times, and only a few times have I actually talked to the coaches in depth after the camp. Most of it's just like it could be a moneymaker.
Right.
So, I mean, if the coaches really like you, they'll continue to talk to you and talk to them back, and then that's the camps you want to go to, the ones that are really interested in you. So.
Okay. When did you start preparing wholeheartedly with your training just for football training? I mean,
well, I wrestled freshman and sophomore year, and I decided to take this year off just to focus on football alone. And it's really helped. Got a lot stronger, faster, got my footwork better, and this year's really what started off my camps good. Picked up an offer from Lafayette at their camp, and then went down to Villanova for a camp, and then picked up an offer there, and then later committed that night. So.
Good. We're going to bring in one of our young athletes, Adiva. Remember about this. We're asking about a training staple that some use. Come on up here. This is Adiva Daniels that does field hockey, track, probably basketball. But have you done much work with a ladder, the speed ladder?
Oh yes, that's a great drill, especially for linemen, keeping your quick feet, helps with all your footwork and stuff like that. I love doing them. I do them all the time.
What do you think that kids that are 11 years old, what they can, you kind of shy away with the weightlifting, but what other things, drills like that or plyometrics do you think kids can do?
Lots of footwork. It's best to get your technique perfect at a younger age. So as you get older, everything's technique based, and you can just get stronger and everything else and put everything together and just be a great athlete.
What do you think are some of the ones we're still on the order of the ladder? What are some of the best ones for a ladder for a younger kid to pick up?
One of the best workouts to the ladder.
Yeah.
Probably the Icky Shuffle.
Okay.
And that's
Woods, right? Yeah.
Those are all good ones, and then just ones that in and out really quick, down and back on the ladder, and then just stuff like that helps with moving your feet quickly and keeping staying balanced and low.
Okay, we're going to wrap this up. Tell us about what you expect for Liberty high school football this year.
I expect a lot from us. We should be good. We have a lot of returners coming from all positions, especially at the skill positions. We have a lot of returners there and on defense. So I expect a district championship out of us, this championship win. So,
all right. Anything else you might want to add?
That is it.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
I'm Darius Jones from Liberty High School. Play football, basketball, track. From Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
What sport do you hope to play in college?
I've always dreamed of playing football in college.
Okay. I know your dad was a very good football player back in the PSAC days, and what level do you see yourself playing at? What would you like to play?
D1, D1AA. Those are the only sports I've talked to so far, so that's why I see myself ending up somewhere in there.
What were some of the visits you made this summer?
I made visits so far to UPenn and Villanova. I got a couple more D1 and D1AA sports I gotta go to, so we'll see.
All right. When did you decide that football was going to be your specialty?
I've known it since I was 5 years old. That's what everyone in my family does, and I guess I'm just taking after them.
Okay. When would you say you started making the changes to gauge most of your training towards football? Like what age?
First time I played organized football, I was 5 years old and played flags for the Allentown A's, and been playing ever since.
Okay.
So 11 years now.
When did you start working on your game individually, knowing different drills to do that, should enhance your playing? When did you take that upon yourself? Because we got some young kids here today that are in our middle school programs.
Well, luckily for me, I had family. Cousins ahead of me, King Smith, who played for Liberty High School, and Devin Jones, my older brother. So when they were working out on their own, I would just join along, and I guess I got an advantage that way.
Okay. What do you hope to get out of both a school and your football career?
Just overall being successful, get a good education, hopefully play football until I can't play anymore. That's what I really want out of it.
All right. Well, tell us a little about the Liberty team for this year. What are your guys' expectations?
Our expectations to win it all. There's no point in going in for anything else. But we expect to win it all, and I have confidence in me and my team, and I think we'll have a good year this year.
Okay. And I just want to say Darius is up for the Big School multi-sport player of the year for 2015, since he's football, basketball, and track, and excels in all of those. All right, thank you from Lehigh Valley Sports Hall of Fame.
Thank you.
All right, I'm here with Adiva Daniels, who is going to 6th grade at Sacred Heart Regional School. She is in our Lehigh Valley Sports Hall of Fame programs, and she has a couple of requests for you that kids in the Lehigh Valley desperately need help with. What are some of those, Adiva?
Sports equipment and musical instruments.
Right, and we're especially looking for field hockey goalie equipment. It can even be street hockey. We've gotten sticks donated. We'd like some footballs and kicking tees also that we can spread out to kids in need. And also when we have contests to benefit Lehigh Valley Sports Hall of Fame. Tonight we're here at Buffalo Wild Wings in Whitehall, and you come out anytime between now and August 11th and say you're here in support of Lehigh Valley Sports Hall of Fame, and 10% will get donated to the hall. If you have any questions, please call 484-597-9003. Thank you. We're here to talk about the second annual Lehigh Valley Sports Hall of Fame golf outing to be held on September 4th up at Glenbrook Golf Club in Stroudsburg. We're pleased to announce that it's going to be 11 a.m. shotgun start. We'll have an awards program at 4 o'clock. Format will be a 4-person best ball scramble, and we'll have plenty of contests. Cost per golfer is $85. Includes dinner, beverage cart, snack return, and gifts for all the golfers. The cost to attend the dinner is only $30. As everyone knows, our youth are being constantly placed at risk, targeted by the influences of gangs, drugs, and violence. The Lehigh Valley Sports Hall of Fame, in addition to honoring the Lehigh Valley's finest coaches and athletes, seeks to provide our area youth with music and sports-related opportunities. in an effort to positively affect their life choices. These programs, beginning at age 5 and continuing to young adulthood, include trips to museums, concerts, university visits, collegiate and pro sports events. Last year, Needy Youth received sneakers, t-shirts, field hockey sticks, and basketballs. The Lehigh Valley Sports Hall of Fame funds these activities through the greater Lehigh Valley, from the Poconos to Percy, Alpha, New Jersey to